Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David and this is a Magic Review. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. How's your summer? How is your summer going? Mine's been eventful. Like, things just haven't slowed down. I don't know. I'm still kind of waiting for that whole like take your shoes off, hanging out by the beach, relaxing with nothing to do agenda. Kind of still waiting for that. I think I'm gonna go camping. In July just to kind of get away from it all. But how's your summer been? How have you guys been? You're relaxing, you're taking a break from all of the stresses and woes of the world. I hope that's why you're here. I hope to be able to do that for you, even just a little bit, by talking about magic, talking about something that we both enjoy, whether it's your hobby or it's your full-time job, or if it's just something that you have a general interest in. That's what I do. I open up magic tricks and I tell you exactly what your money gets you. So while you're here, before we even start, make sure you hit me up with a like, a follow, a subscribe, make that little bell ring, do all the stuff that you know YouTube does. Today we're gonna look at Minime from Steve Marchello. What is Minime? Minime is a little mini magician with a top hat, drawn with a Sharpie marker on a playing card. And he becomes the one that reveals the card the spectator has chosen. So you have a deck of cards, a card is selected, it's lost back in the deck. You then say, I have a little mini me, I have a little mini magician, he's gonna do all the work. He could be in your deck, you could pull him out of an envelope, could come out of your pocket, what have you. And the little magician is holding his hand over a top hat, and as he waves his hand, he levitates his hand, and up out of the top hat becomes the spectator's card. And you can even turn the card over, show that it's a normal card. You can hand the card out and show that it's a normal card with no working parts. Let's talk about this trick. All right, so let's say you pay your 30 bucks to your favorite Murphy's Magic dealer. What are you gonna get? Are you gonna get a little cardboardy sleeve holder, okay? Inside that, of course, you'll get the download code of the video. Video is only 22 minutes long. You're gonna get the fully gimmicked card that does all the magic for you. You're also gonna get a special gaff card that you may already own. And you'll get an examinable card that you can swap so that your spectator can, well, examine it. Is it what I thought? It's absolutely what I thought, because I just figured it was a different approach to a Martin Lewis effect called cardiographic, and it absolutely is. How are the angles? I'm gonna say the angles are the same as cardiographic. So all the magic happens facing you, facing the magician. So you just need to make sure there's nobody behind you, otherwise they would see what you were doing. In addition to that, I would say with cardiographic, you usually have like a large paper pad, and it's kind of hiding a lot of your movements. Steve Marchello is going to offer some ways to get around that, because now your real estate is so much smaller, right? You're just on a playing card. And so your hand is bigger than a playing card. So if your hand is moving behind the playing card, there's a good chance the spectator is going to see what you're doing. They're going to see you moving. So Steve's going to offer some new creative ideas to make the mechanics of the card work or animate so that you don't have to physically move it with your fingers. All right, so can it be examined? Yeah, just kind of like what I said at the top of this, that you can have it examined so long as you do a switch, right? You have to do a switch first. My advice is just do the switch before anyone ever asks. Beat them to the punch, okay? Don't wait, because there's an awkward moment where you have to turn it over, so that doesn't look right. If they say, hey, can I examine that card? And you say, yes, but first, I need to turn it over before I hand it to you. That's one of the awkward motions that magicians do. So get that out of the way before you even get to that part. Beat them to the punch, right? You've done your animation, you've shown the reveal, you turn it over to show the other side, like, hey, this is just a normal card, remember? Turn it over again to show them the drawing, and then you separate the two. Now you're holding the examinable card over here, and the rest of the deck is over here. So you're creating this separation where you're saying, you know, here's just cards, and here's the card you saw. So then they say, well, can I see it? Oh, sure. And then you're ready to go. Right? You beat them to the punch. What's the overall quality and production value of the video? It's mostly a close-up camera shot with music in the background and on-screen text. Steve does not actually speak through the video or give you any sort of verbal instruction. I would assume just because English is probably a second language for him. As far as what's taught on the video, you get the trailer once again. He's going to show you what you get in the box. He's going to show you how to do the action. And then he's going to give you 3 different handlings, including, like I was saying, where you can make the deck take the action for you instead of your hand. He'll talk about how to switch the card out, and he'll teach you a routine where you remove the Mini-Me Magician from an envelope, and he's going to walk you through a very simple riffle force, and at the end, he'll close with some maintenance tips. Is it well made? Oh yeah, it's really well made. In fact, there's probably a lot of R&D that went into this because of just its nature and how big it is, and the fact that it does this animation, and it does it pretty fluidly. But at the end of the day, everything's made with bicycle cards, so please take care of it. Pocket space, I would say just remove some extra cards from a deck, and you could carry everything inside of a tuck case. You don't need a full deck of cards to do the trick. But that would make the deck you're carrying really a one-hit wonder. And that's really all this gimmick is, right? It's not going to do anything else. It's just going to do this. How much practice does it require? It's very, very simple. There's no hard sleights. Forcing the card is going to be the hardest thing you do. And most of you probably know how to do that anyway. So I think once you learn how to do it, you'll be able to do it right away. How much setup and reset is there? It's instant. There's nothing to it. I mean, it'll literally take you seconds. If you did use this table hopping, you could easily reset this from one table to the next. Positives. All right, so what are the positives? Mini-Me is a cute trick. It's fun for parties. It's fun for walk around. If you need a quick lift to your card routines, this one will certainly get a rise out of your spectators. Negatives. All right, so what are the negatives? You know, I'm always going to tell you the things I liked and the things I didn't like as much. It's not my job to push product. It's my job to tell you exactly what your money gets you. I can't tell you what to buy. I can just tell you what you're buying. With this, obviously there's only one force. So every time you do this, it's always going to be the same card. So you especially cannot repeat this trick for the same audience or anyone who's seen it before. They will immediately know, hey, wait, that's the card I saw you do before. So not only is it a one-hit wonder, but it's really, you can only do this once for the same audience. Don't ever repeat this trick. Second, I would say, even though it's 22 minutes, it's not that long, the looping music in the background certainly gets old. I really wish Steve had just spoken through this. Even if English is your second language, it doesn't matter. I mean, I think people respond better and will listen better if someone is speaking to them. And so I really would have appreciated some verbal instruction. Last, there was no mention whatsoever of Cardiographic or Martin Lewis. There was no crediting to him at all. Is it worth your money? It is $30. $30 does seem a little high for what you're getting, but like I said, this is a fully custom animated card. And so far, I mean, mine's held up. I haven't had any issues with it. I haven't even had any issues with jerky movement. Like, it's been pretty fluid. So I think the mechanics inside of this, whatever they are, because I have not opened it, seem to work pretty well. But don't just take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. There are other review channels out there. You should always watch them. Always get a second, third, or fourth opinion before you spend your money. Magic World did a really long video, way longer than mine. They went way more in depth. Go watch Magic World's review. And Craig Petty, of course. Craig Petty has a wonderful channel. It's very creative. He covers lots of things, buys all his magic tricks himself. Definitely want to head on over there, give him a like and a subscribe too. That's everything I can say about Mini-Me from Steve Marchello. Of course, I want to thank Murphy's Magic Supplies for allowing me to have this so that I could do the review for you. And if you'd like to purchase it for yourself, you can find it from your very favorite Murphy's Magic dealer. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, and before I go, I just want to let you know that if you are looking for a friendly community made up of professional and amateur magicians just like yourself, be sure to check out the Magicians Forum at themagiciansforum.com. The Magicians Forum is helpful, clean, and you'll be able to ask questions and receive advice from people who know what they're talking about. Come see where masters like Harry Lorraine and Pop Hayden hang out. Oh, and of course, I'm there too. Looking forward to seeing you. Have a great week.